Hey guys, it's Geoff, and today is Anzac Day. For those of you who don't know what that is, depending on what part of the world you're in, it's a remembrance commemorative day for Australian and New Zealand troops, and remembering those that have served and come before us, and all of that stuff. So it's a pretty important day for us, and it generally means two up and going to the pub and dawn services and football, which is on
in the reflection
in the background.
Yeah.
What?
It's in the reflection of the splashback there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Go the Dons. What was I saying? Anzac Day. So on Australian type days, I always think of lamb, and today's no exception. So we are going to do crumbed lamb cutlets, or chops, depending on what part of the world you're from. Lamb cutlets, crumbed, so good. One of the best things you'll ever put in your face. Let's go. So, lamb cutlets. What we are going to do is just trim some of the fat off, because we aren't going to be able to crisp that up. So just get our little cutlet. These are pretty good, to be honest, but we're just going to take some of that fat off, especially of the endy bits. Just go ahead and trim those, just because it's not going. Normally I wouldn't bother, but it's just because it's not going to get caramelized because it's covered with crumb. So I'll just knock through these. Okay, so next bit's the fun bit. We want to flatten these out a little bit. So we just, with a bit of cling film, just pull that over the top. Flat mallet or a rolling pin or whatever you've got. And don't, we're not thinking of your worst enemy here. We're just giving it a little tap tap. So don't go too crazy. But just something like,
Bit of a tap on the bum, hey?
just a little bit of a tap. So something like that. I'll do another one. Doesn't need to be hard at all, my friends. Just a little tap. Just so they cook nice and evenly and the crumb is not burnt by the time we get to the meat part. Just like that. Pretty easy, huh? I will knock the rest of these out through the magic of film and
Sorry, I dropped down just then.
television and shit.
Wow.
You really are.
It's not my best work today, I don't think.
You're a terrible camera person.
Well, I've been bribed. Actually, a bribe would mean that I'm getting something out of it.
You always get something out of it.
Oh, gross.
So rather than seasoning the crumb, I like to season the meat itself. So we'll just give that a little bit of salt and pepper on each side. Don't be scared. Give it a little pat down. Flip, repeat. I'm hurrying because we're running out of light outside, because Yasmin wanted to take the kids to the park and
Be a parent.
I mean, when it doesn't
Life's
matter.
not cooking videos and scooters, GT.
Yeah, but why can't it be? I mean, why does everything have to be about kid shit? Your parents, I'm sure there are dads out there that can relate to this. You'd want to do one thing for the entire weekend, and it ends up you do everything else other than the thing that you want to do
Shit, Dad.
because
Shit,
kid
Dad.
shit. Shit, Dad. How about you bite my ass? Fair dinkum. Salt and pepper. There we go.
A lot.
Alright, nice. Alright, shove that to the side for a second. Okay, so normally I'd use 3 eggs, but I only have 2. I'm going to be fine. You do as I say, not as I do. I use 3 eggs. So just 3 eggs and a splash of milk. I'm sure you've seen this breading station, you know, kind of set up before. Splash of milk. And that's really just to get it to go a little bit further, to be honest. You could do just eggs if you wanted to do like 4 eggs and waste another egg, but it's just easy to do. No, I just want it to stick. Give this a bit of a beat up. A little bit of wrist technique.
Plenty of experience there. They call me Bader.
Fucking hell. Alright, I'm sure you cats have seen this before, but we're going to go through a plate. Alright, this is dead easy stuff. Into the flour. You don't want a massive coat of it, so just tap it off. Doesn't matter if you make a mess, because
Yazzo's cleaning it up.
Yazzo will clean it up. Into the egg. Let it drip a touch. Into the crumb. Tap, tap. Each side, press down. And voila.
Pretty.
Look at that, nice. That's one. A few more to go. Show you again. Tap, tap in the flour. Make sure it's covered proper.
So your flour's not seasoned at all? You've
Tap
seasoned
off the
just the
excess.
meat, yeah?
Nah, I just season the meat.
Cool.
I reckon that's fine. You can season the flour if you like, but honestly, I think it's just as easy just to season the meat and get it over and done with.
Beautiful.
Like that, press down. Other side, press down.
Panko's so good.
That's it. And yes, good point. Give me some attention for a second. Panko breadcrumbs, I mean, it's just not worth, you get what you pay for, and they're not expensive anyway, but don't get the ordinary stuff. Just buy panko.
It's too fine. The ordinary stuff's too fine and sandy.
Just buy panko. This is just all-purpose flour, ordinary all-purpose flour. These are ordinary farm eggs. Not cage eggs, free range eggs. Come on, do yourself a favour. Don't buy cage eggs. I mean, come on. We're way beyond that, aren't we? That should be illegal, that shit, by now, honestly. That's in there. One more. And then we'll fast forward this shit. There we go. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Into the egg. Wiggle it about. Into the crumb. Press. Press. Voila. There we go. See you in a minute, kids. Okay, so miracle of time, all done. Kamado Joe is at 180 degrees Celsius, somewhere between 180 and 200. I am using today a cast iron pan with a little bit of oil inside. You could use the flat plate, but I like to use a little bit more oil so that it comes up the sides of the cutlet a little bit so you don't have dry crumb area. Make sure it's not too hot because you end up cooking the crumb on the outside before you've cooked the cutlet on the inside, and you don't want that. For those of you who love a medium rare cutlet, you're not going to get that with these. They will be cooked through, but because they're jacketed in that beautiful crumb, it's very different, and they are just juicy as it. It's going to be magnificent. Also, you can add rosemary to the crumb, which is a really nice touch, which I didn't do today, and I do normally do, because I'm an idiot and I forgot about it. So we're just going to go without. But if you guys add some lovely chopped rosemary through your panko, that's also epic. Let's get out and we'll get dinner on there. Turn the camera off now. All right, so we've got the cast iron pan in there. I'm going to pour in some vegetable oil, not olive oil because it burns too quickly. And this is a lid up cook. So we probably don't have to shut the lid. I don't think we'll shut the lid anyway. Generally not. And laying away from us, in with the cutlets. Lovely. Probably 4 at a time, I think. Yeah, 4 at a time looks good. What do you reckon, Yazzo?
Perfect.
Excellent. As the gardeners wail away in the background, just my luck. All right, so that's been about 3 minutes. So we'll give these a turn.
Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
Beautiful golden.
Nice one. And just manage your heat a little bit. So if you can sense they're not cooking quite fast enough, just grab your lid and just drop it for a little bit. But keep your eye on it, obviously, because you don't want it to burn. Sometimes I find I'm just dropping a lid for, you know, maybe 60 seconds or something, but you just keep an eye on it and you work out what you need to do. These are done. So it was about 3 minutes aside, and just rest them. Obviously you're cooking in batches, so just rest them on a rack like this so that they don't sweat and the crumb doesn't go soggy. Beautiful. All done. turned out magnificent, of course. Gee, that sounded a bit full of myself, didn't it?
Yeah.
what I mean is they're just fabulous. A very healthy salad to offset the probably not quite so healthy breading part of it, but we don't have any starchy carbs on here. I guess the lentils provide a little bit, but anyway. All right, so
Get stuck in.
let's have a. Yeah, that's fine. Hang on, wait. How's this for a bite? A little bit of this on here. Oh, wow. A little bit of this stuff on there. What do you reckon? I'm determined. I'm determined not to do the face because you told me that I made the same face all the time. Oh man, it's so delicious. So delicious. Give it a crack. And no mess outside, right? Like no mess at all, obviously. Kitchens, don't show them the messy part of the kitchen. Come on. Kitchen's mostly clean. Delicious. Happy Anzac Day to all the Aussies that are watching, and lamb up. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.